What's up, guys? Nate Dog FPV here. Today we're going to be taking a look at some Amazon.com frames. So I've got a couple of different frames here, guys. I paid like 26 bucks a piece for these frames. One of them's got a Martian 3 clone. The other one I think is like a Storm Loki clone, I believe is what it is actually. So I know what you guys are thinking. Why are you getting frames off of Amazon? Well, to be honest, guys, it's been raining a ton here lately. I haven't been flying a whole lot, maybe a couple times a week. I've had a couple of frames break recently, needed to be replaced, and you know, I don't like a lot of the frames that are coming out now. A lot of them have the tiny arms that break really easy, or they want $100 for the frame and stuff like that. So, you know, guys, I wanted to fix these quads I have broken. I wanted to do a couple of builds, but I didn't want to break the bank doing it. So of course, you know, Amazon's always a good place to find some budget parts. So again, I got a couple budget frames here, just 26 bucks a piece. So guys, we're going to throw these on the bench real quick. We're going to open the packages and take a look at them. Just kind of check the quality, see how they look at first glance. And then again, I'm going to be doing some builds on these frames as well. So you guys make sure and tune in and check out those videos. I'm going to try to make both of them like budget builds. So try to make all the parts, you know, decent parts, but not super expensive parts. So hopefully you guys can follow along, kind of see the parts that I'm going to be using. And again, maybe a good way, you know, to do a budget build for you too. So we're going to go ahead and throw these on the bench, guys. We'll cut them open, see what's inside. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so here we go. Let's get these boxes and bags cracked open and see what we got. So guys, this is the Martian 3 220mm FPV frame kit from Ready to Sky. So again, this is like 26 bucks on Amazon, guys. So it's a clone of the Martian 3 frame. So we're gonna open it up, see what we get, and again, we'll be doing a build on this thing soon. Something else still in the box. Still something in the box. Let's see if we can get this out of the box, guys. Can't really get my hand to fit inside the box. Alright, let's open the other side. So, let's see, what is it? Oh, and of course, when I open the other side, it comes out. Great. Alright, bang. So, there we go, guys. Box is empty now. So, we're going to chunk it over to the side. Alright, so what do we got? We got some screws. Looks like they are 2mm heads on the screws. Got some lock nuts in there. Feel like pretty good screws. What do we got here? We've got 4 purple standoffs, and we've got some of the plastic standoffs and hardware. So cool that they include that stuff for you. Got some more metal screws. These are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the shorter screws. So those are probably for mounting something like the top plate. We've got another little bag of screws here. Looks like those are about the same size, but yeah, another bag of little screws for mounting. Let's see, we've got a XT60 connector. Looks to be fairly decent quality. So yeah, XT60. We've got some little foam landing pads you can put on the bottom of your quad. I usually don't use those, but hey, they gave them to us anyway. So, little note from Ready to Sky. My dear, thank you for your purchase. If you have any questions, please contact us. We'll try our best to help you. Let's see, respected customer. Yeah. Alright, here we've got a PDB, guys. Feels like pretty good quality. It's pretty stiff. So you can see you can actually use this on the bottom of the board if you want as a PDB. I more than likely will not be using this because I think I'm going to use a probably a all-in-one flight controller on this. But yep, they give you a PD with it. You've got a battery strap. Wow, that sucks. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but when I opened the battery strap, a bunch of the little black stuff like flew all over my little table here. Doesn't feel like a very high quality battery strap. Probably won't be using that. They give you some props. These are some 2-blade old school props for sure. So we've got 4 black and 4 green ones. Yeah, guys, these do not look like very good props. Obviously, only 2 blade props, pretty flimsy, so probably not going to be using those. Let's see what else they give us. They give you some instructions, Martian 3 assembly schematic, and that's actually a pretty good schematic, guys. So it gives you pretty much the whole design of how to put it together, and everything like that. So yeah. Alright, guys, so here's the main part that we actually care about. Let's open up the carbon fiber package and see what the carbon fiber looks like. Alright, so here are carbon fiber pieces. So, top plate. Carbon looks pretty good. It feels pretty durable. I can see some imperfections on the cutting on the carbon. So not like crazy high quality, at least on their cutting, but still looks pretty good. Definitely usable. The edges aren't too rough. Looking at my hands, I see a little bit of carbon fiber dust, but not too much. So that's pretty good too. I don't know if you guys have ever ordered like a frame from Banggood or something, but man, some of those I've opened up and like you literally like carbon fiber dust goes everywhere. Like they don't even make an effort to clean them off, which is kind of sad. So, but yeah, it looks like they clean these up pretty good. So top plate, I believe this here is going to be part of the bottom plate. Kind of the same thing. It looks pretty good, but I can see some a little bit of imperfections in the cutting, or some rough edges anyway. But yeah, the carbon does feel pretty good and strong. Another piece here, I think this is also part of the bottom plate, which again feels good and solid. Got our arms right here, guys. Kind of the same quality on the cutting, looks like, but definitely some good strong arms. I can't even think about bending that really. So that looks good. Yeah, so we've got 4 arms. Let's see what else we got. This is like a, this isn't carbon, some kind of like a flight controller protector, I guess. So that's probably a protector for the PDB. Goes on top of that to keep anything from hitting it. So probably won't be using that. Got another little square piece here. I'm not exactly, let's see, what is that for? Oh yeah, that's part of your flight controller stack, so I guess you can use that as kind of like a protector. So yeah, that looks cool. And we've got our little camera mounts here. I'm not actually going to be using these camera mounts because these would be if you were using a full-size camera like a Runcam Swift 2 or something like that, guys. I'm actually going to be using a micro camera on this guy, so I'll probably use some 3D printed camera mounts. But yeah, guys, so far everything looks pretty good. Arms look good. The setup for mounting the arms looks pretty good. So, you know, it'll be something like that. And this will be like our top plate up here. But yeah, all the parts in there, guys, it looks like pretty good carbon, so should be a cool build. So we'll get this thing put together eventually, test it out, check the consistency on the arms here. Like all the links feel the same, all the edges feel the same. So yeah, there may be some imperfections in the cutting, but all in all it feels like a pretty good quality frame, guys. So yeah, we'll get this thing built up. Again, that'll be in a different video, guys, when we actually do that and do the build. But yeah, I will post that up when the time comes, so you guys keep an eye on the channel. Make sure you subscribe, sign up for those notifications, so you guys will be able to see that build happening as I start uploading it. Alright, so we're going to open up our next one, guys. Now again, this one is a U-Smile UX5 210mm, 4mm thickness. Yeah, so U-Smile UX5. Now this one kind of reminds me of a Storm, like Loki X5, which I have another Storm frame that's my 4-inch quad, and those are a little bit more expensive, like around 50 bucks or something like that from HeliPal. And I really like that frame and the Storm frames all together, so it seems like this may be a clone of that. But again, guys, I'm not too worried about the clones right now. Mainly just trying to do some good budget builds and kind of use up some of the parts I have laying around. Alright, so here is our bottom plate. Now notice, guys, this is not individual arms. This is one solid bottom plate. And I actually really do like quads like this. Of course, I have some, you know, with the detachable arms, just like the Martian here that we just looked at. But honestly, guys, I really prefer the unibody bottom plates. To me, they're just easier to build on. I enjoy flying them. Don't have to worry about arms coming loose or anything. Of course, the downside is if you break something on the, you know, on that bottom plate, then you're pretty much screwed. So, which is what happened on the last quad that I recently broke. Actually, broke one of the motor mounts basically off of it. So now that whole, you know, piece of carbon is useless. But it happens, guys. So. Milling on this frame looks pretty good, guys. Don't see, well, there's a little more carbon fiber coming off of my hands on this one, but not, well, actually, yeah, that is pretty bad. So yeah, quite a bit of carbon fiber dust on this one, guys. Some rough edges, but it looks pretty good for the most part. I really like the design of this frame anyway, so you get a little bit of extra room up front for your camera mounting. Your flight controller stack goes towards the back a little bit. Looks like they have these holes right here recessed a little bit actually, so you can like countersink your screws that are going to mount your flight controller. So yeah, I like the design of this frame, guys. So looking forward to building this one. I'm probably going to do this one first actually. So let's see what else we get with this frame. So here is our top plate. This is quite a bit thinner. I think this is only like 2 millimeter. So still feels strong, but yeah, a lot thinner than the bottom plate, of course. But yeah, like I said, guys, it, you know, goes on there pretty straightforward. You got a little spot back here to mount your antenna. This frame also, you can run a top or bottom mount battery. So see, it has the battery strap slots on the top and bottom. I prefer bottom mount, so I'll be using that. And again, guys, it gives you like this little extra area up here for your camera. So this will be perfect for a little micro camera like I have on my 4-inch build. See what else we're getting here, guys. So we've got another one of those little flight controller protectors like the Martian had. So you can just kind of put this somewhere in your stack. I probably won't use that, but you certainly can. So here are our camera mounts. So you can see, guys, these would just like go up here. Actually, not that way. It would be this way. So camera mounts would go up here like that. And then yeah, you just attach your camera to these little holes. So you can see there's a lot of different configurations on there. So it looks like they've kind of made it so you can do a lot of, or do your camera in a lot of different angles and everything. Again, the thing I don't like about this frame, guys, is that is designed for a full-size camera like a Runcam Swift 2, which obviously I prefer the micro cameras at this point, so I won't be using these either, and we'll go with some 3D printed camera mounts. So that covers the carbon, guys. So we've got a bag of screws here. We've got various sizes, so some a little bit longer, some a little bit shorter. But yeah, screws are screws. They're the flat button head screws. So, but yeah, feel good. And we've got some red standoffs, and we've got some plastic little standoffs as well for like your flight controller stack. So yeah, those look good. Probably will use the red standoffs. Maybe throw like a red camera on this beast too. So, oh, that's something interesting. Wow. So, I don't know if you guys can see that coming out of the top of that standoff. You can actually see like some red, like from where it was drilled out or something like that. So it looks like that's coming out of the inside of the standoff. So you can kind of tell, guys, I mean, the manufacturer of this frame, you know, it's a little bit cheaper. Probably the quality isn't quite as high as if you were to go with like a name brand frame or like a big manufacturer frame. But again, guys, you know, I'm going to be flying this thing around, racing it, crashing it, you know, good chance of breaking it. So to me, I mean, spending 26 bucks on a frame makes a lot more sense than, you know, spending 50 or 100 bucks on a frame. So yeah. So there it is, guys. We've got a couple different frames now we can work on building. So again, I'll be posting those build videos really soon. So again, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. That way you'll get notified the next time I upload a video. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and happy flying. We'll see you on the next one.